and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm talking about the need to reparent women. I don't know what it is. I guess this is something I've been seeing online. So let me know down in the comment section if this is something that you're seeing in real life. So what it is that I've been seeing online where there's a lot of men and they're giving women dating advice. They're telling women that women should be checking their friends, telling their friends what to do, how to do it, when to do it, what not to do. And some of these men, I don't know if they're doing it just to get clout, some type of attention online, but they're acting like they're upset and they're saying that people come down on men, but as soon as you come down on a woman, all these women, they're upset, they're going off, and it shouldn't be that way. And women should stand up to more women, and there should be more online YouTube videos directed at women and getting these women under control. Now, yes, I feel a type of way about that because, of course, I am a woman. Now, see, my thing is this, is these, some of the males that say that, how can they be sure that there are not already online YouTube videos that teach women about how to be a woman, or there could be older women giving advice to younger women? I mean, how do they know that that does not exist? The online community is so vast, you don't even know everything that's out there. Like, for instance, I find some people that find my videos that I did 3 years ago and they just now discovered it. So, and I still discover new people online. So it's very hard to say what's what's really available or not available online, especially if you're not looking for it. And if you are a man, why would you be spending a lot of your time online trying to figure out what women are doing? Don't you have men things to do? Shouldn't you be out here starting more businesses, looking how to build more income, how to leave more generational wealth for you and your family? And then if you have a family, shouldn't you be directing that energy toward your wife, telling her how to be what you want her to be? Because to me, those type of men, they're so focused on what some other woman should be doing, and it's like, who the hell are you? If you have a wife, have that energy for her. Or will she cuss you out or smack you or something? Is that the reason that you feel the need to go online and try to mold and reparent to some other women that are already grown, who have had their own parents, who have had the educational system to help them be the person they are, who have other friends that who've helped mold them to be who they are, who've had work, other instances in society that's helped them be who they are? So why do these grown women need you? Go to your wife, and if you got a problem with her, deal with it, because you don't know all the women of America or the world. So you can't just say because some bad situation, uncomfortable situation happened with you and some women you dated, that all women are toxic and all women need to be re-educated on how to treat a man, or just how to be in life, how to wear her hair, how much makeup to wear, weave or not weave, what size she should be, how often she should work out, how she should submit to different men who ain't even her husbands, ain't paying no bills. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And again, this is not for all men, so don't go there. I'm not going to talk about, what about women? If you don't have the cognitive ability to handle the topic that I'm on, leave the comments somewhere else, because I will delete you. I'm not here for this what about. I don't have ADHD. I am focused. I know how to focus on the topic. Will I talk about the opposite of women? If I want to. This is my channel. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I'm talking about what I'm talking about. So either you're going to stick with that or move around. Go get triggered somewhere else. I'm not having it. So my thing is, and then let's say If these men got a baby mama or something and they no longer with her and they so desperately want to mold or control the mind of a woman, do you have children that are girls? If so, that is where you mold. That is where your influence comes in, daddy, with your children who you pay bills for, who you have, God has given you to help form their mind. It's not for you to go out here and project your thoughts of womanhood onto all other type of women. You know, that is something that a woman can do with other women. And just because you don't see it done on YouTube does not mean that it's not being done on YouTube. Just because you don't see it maybe in the women in your family does not mean that other women aren't doing it with their families. Anytime I've had any type of friends that are women, we've always been, you know, the type, for the most part, that's going to try to say, hey, well, did you think about this? You sure about that? How'd you come up with that thought? How that's working for you? You know what I'm saying? Just like I'm sure that men will do. It's like, y'all ain't got to worry about us. We got us. And I hear some men say, there's no older women taking accountability. They not raising up these youngers. Do you go and talk to every woman a woman in America? Have you done any research on this? Have you given out any studies and gone around to different women of different ethnicities in America? If you're in America, how many and what was the sample size of this study that you gave out to different people? You just talking about what you know, and all of our knowledge is limited because we do not go out and do really that type of research. You go look on 1 or 3 videos. Oh, they ain't saying this and this. All the women must be toxic. Sir, really? And then I'm thinking, and I'm not saying that there are not toxic women. Of course there are toxic women, as there are toxic men. The closer it seems like as we're advancing in this life, that situations with people, their character, morals, are getting worse and worse. So yes, it's an issue, but with all of us. But the thing is, instead of trying to go out and fix everybody else, the thing is, we should all be focusing on, how do I fix me? Because the thing is, at the end of the day, I'm the only one that's going to have to stand before God to give reasons about how I behaved in this life. I'm not going to be asked about the next woman. I'm not going to be asked about somebody's child. I'm not going to be asking about the multitude of men walking around this place. It's all going to be about me. That's why it's so important to focus on ourselves. Me paying attention to what everybody else is doing, unless I get paid to do it abundantly online, that is not going to bring me no type of benefit. And I just totally think that when people do that, that they don't have a lot of self-awareness. And I would say that some things are going wrong in their life, because people that's always quick to point out negative in other people, it's like, what are you doing with your life? Are you self-actualized? Are you everything that you can be in this life? Are you happy with your career, your romantic relationships, your friendships? Are you traveling? Are you exploring your creative side? Have you written that book that's inside of you? Have you written those poems, those songs inside of you, that music that's inside of you? Are you letting that out, or are you too busy trying to figure out what some other grown woman is doing with her life? And I heard somebody say a few years ago, why is it that there's so many male coaches that are focused on women? And I had never thought about that before. It's like, do you not think, and this, I don't know if this is like some, I'm not going to say narcissism, but I will say some narcissistic traits. For a man to come out and make his focus all about getting women in line. You know, it's like, no, sir, go get your brothers in line. Do you not have any younger men or men that's old as you but don't have your knowledge about it when it comes to the opposite sex? Can you not give them your knowledge Or is it that these people who know you for real know you ain't about crap and they not trying to take your advice because they know how your life live? They know your resume, but us online don't know it. So why do you feel the need that you need to come and help a woman, sir? Go help some men. The women, we got us. We got us. No, you don't see it in your family. Your family may be toxic and dysfunctional. You don't see it in your family, but we got us. We don't need you to come around and say what we must do. No, no, sir. You ain't even got a period. Okay, you ain't had your period. You ain't had no migraines associated with that. You ain't popping up no kids out your puss. So you know we don't need you. We don't need you. You ain't grown up with the things that a woman has grown up with. You probably have not been judged on your looks. You know how women have been, or seen the magazines that we've seen or the videos we've seen with people who may not look nothing like us and maybe growing up feeling that you're not enough. I'm not saying you haven't had your struggles, sir, but I'm saying the women, we got us. Go mold your mother. Go mold your auntie. Go mold all them women in your family. And maybe once you show us proof and videos that you've molded them and you have made great transformations in their lives, their love lives are now thriving more than ever. Their relationships, just at work and with friends, are thriving. They're making more money than they've ever seen before. They've paid down debt. If you can show us that you are so brilliant that the women don't need to listen to the women and they need to listen to you, a man, show us the evidence. And not just with one woman, show us a huge amount of evidence and women testimonials. Then we may say, oh, this man, maybe he can lead us to something that we haven't gotten on our own. Other than that, sir, shut up. Go volunteer at a homeless shelter. Go give back in some other way, because we don't need you. We don't need you. It's enough women out here doing what they have to do. And it's not just about all online, because these women that you think need your help, I know in a black community, there has been a history of a lot of men missing from the family, in jail or dead or wherever they are. But that's not the case with everybody. Some of these women have already had a father. So thank you, sir. They don't need your help. They've had a father. They've had a woman in their life. Even if it wasn't their birth mother, there have been foster parents. There have been aunties and big mamas and big Susies and little Jennies, whoever it is that has helped mold. They're there. They did their job, so let's thank them. The teachers who stepped up, let's thank them. The people at the community centers, the schools, psychologists and therapists, the counselors, they've been there as molding the women. So thank you. We got it. We got it covered. Go focus on getting your finances up. Go focus on being successful. And then once you got that to that degree, you can pick whatever type of woman off the street you want, for the most part, and make her be everything you want to be, sir. But you gotta have that to do that. And once you do that, you get her and y'all have y'all kids and you control them and you do whatever it is you want. But everybody else, we don't need you, sir. We're good. We're good. Then, and I want to finish it off with this, and I'm not going to tag her because there's been a lot of people tagging Lizzo about her weight and the things that was said to her about Ari Spears. But the reason I came up with this video is because it was this man online, and I do watch his videos, and I actually like him in his videos, his content. But I was a little taken aback when he started going on about how so many women, he made a video about talking about Lizzo and her weight. And I'm overweight too, duh. But the thing is, he was saying that women were saying, go Lizzo, go, yeah, show your body, girl, you look good, forget that, you ain't gotta lose weight, it's okay, you can be naked, you can do boo 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 boo. That may be true that people were doing that for her. I personally don't follow Lizzo. even though I'm overweight, I understand that it's unhealthy. I'm not living in some delusional world. It is unhealthy. I would not encourage anybody else to do it, honey, because your legs can swell up like mine. Your ankles can swell up. I don't have, thank God, no diabetes, no nothing like that. Last time I went to the doctor twice, I was told I do have high cholesterol, and I do make an effort to eat better. And so I know what's going on with me. You get some pains in your back, your neck, your arm, sleeping on your arm, wake up that sucker dead, and you need some pain pills. So honey, it ain't fun being fat. And people who saying it is, I don't know if they telling the truth, because honey, you won't wake up with these back pains, your legs ain't creaking. But maybe a woman of a certain age that's overweight, she probably early 20s or whatever, ain't having to have that problem. But I know in my 20s, my knees would be hurting, popping. It'd be hurting to go down the stairs, up the stairs, out of breath. Even in my early 20s being fat, it was not good. So I don't advocate that for anybody. But I'm gonna say this: even if other women are applauding Lizzo online, that don't mean that every woman is saying that her weight is healthy, or any other overweight woman's weight is healthy. Because I'm gonna tell you this: it don't matter what people online are saying to Lizzo. This woman is a grown woman who's already been raised, and for me being overweight, I'm just gonna assume that Lizzo knows that it's not socially acceptable in this country as a woman to be that size, and that it's not healthy. I'm sure Lizzo has had doctors who's told her this. I'm sure there have been people, women and men in her family, her friends, social network, people she met on the street, little random kids that can be rude and tell you how fat you are. Honey, those of us women that are overweight in America, we know it, baby. We just because somebody applauding her and saying, "Go girl, show your fatness, don't be ashamed." Even if they're doing that, so freaking what? There's so many other forces in society that's gonna let you know. Your own body, your own thoughts. When you see somebody else that's smaller than you, when you go down the street and there may be somebody you like that don't like you because of your size. When you go into the store and you want a certain type of clothes but they ain't made in your size. When you go to a store and then you gotta pay more at the Avenues, the Tourists, who else, Sizes Unlimited, whatever stores like that. When you gotta pay that extra coin, baby, you know you overweight and that there is a cost to it, okay? And then if she taking any medicines, I don't know if she got diabetes or anything. If she taking the medicine, or some people got all kind of problems and you got to keep going to the doctor and it's hitting your pocket, baby. You know that there's a problem with being overweight. And when you buy so much food and you look at your bank statements, it's all these type of food places and all this food, you wonder, where's all my money going? So I don't care how many people are applauding her. She's an overweight woman in America, honey. She knows it. And just because people are around her, hooray, 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 that does not mean that the effects of being a large woman have left her. So I'm sure you don't have to worry about Lizzo. There's been enough in her life, people who have said something to her about her weight. Because I know it is in my life. I grew up all my life. The other kids around me, when I started gaining weight, I always had something to say, sweetheart. I always knew that I was overweight. It was not a day went by that it was not on my mind, honey, because it was socially unacceptable. And if you know anything about kids, I was a mean kid too. They can be freaking mean in middle school, in high school, elementary school, in college, honey. People, I don't care how they make everybody, and I'm not saying that a lot of people don't really truthfully support her. But in reality, out on the street, people gonna say something sometime, okay? And so you, again, man, you don't have to worry about that. Lizzo, a freaking grown woman. If she gonna be out there showing her body, rolls, fat, whatever she wants to show, that is on her. Sir, somebody already raised her. She is who she is, okay? Her morals have already been set in. I don't know if her relationship with God, but I believe God can change some people if they want to be changed. Maybe if she has some enlightened moment with spirituality or whatever, maybe that may change her in some ways or whatever. But again, she's a grown woman with her own thoughts set in. And so it's like, and then how can you blame us as other women talking about what we need to tell Lizzo? Excuse me, how many of us actually have access to her? And then if we did tell her something, who's to say she is going to listen? But she don't need to tell us anything. Why? You got it right. Man, we're here. You've been listening. Because she's already had a father, a mother, probably grandmas, aunties, uncles, cousins, friends, teachers, the list goes on, who's already talked to her about things that could benefit her and even things that could hurt her in life. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying all that to say she's already been raised, okay? And then the reason why I said sometimes it seems a bit narcissistic is because it's like, if you're telling all these women that we need to listen to you, or we need to go out and start telling each other what to do, to me that is a bit like entitled, grandiose. It's like you feel that you know so much more about a gender that you're not, all these women are so stupid and dumb that they need you and other men to come and sit them down on your lap. Bad girl, bad woman. You should do this to yourself. You shouldn't be doing this. You should raise your kids this way. You should do this and this with your man. Why? And I'm pretending to be the man because I'm smarter than you. I looked at you and see I don't like what you're doing. Some woman burnt me, did me bad back in the day, and now I'm acting like I mad at every woman in the world. Yeah, I go online and I see a few women and I don't like what they doing, so I believe that represent every woman in the world. And now I'm tired of it. And so now here I am, Mr. Smart Man, and I'm going to get you heifers in line because apparently your mamas and nobody else in your life did it. So shut up and listen to me because I got all the answers. I'm better than you. I'm smarter than you. And I'm going to tell you just how it is. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Don't forget to go ahead and like this video if this resonated with you. Tell me, what are your thoughts been? Is this just something that people doing online, or is this something that's just going on outside in the real world too? What has your experience been? You want to book a session with me? If this is your first time to my video, welcome to TellSamyra. I am a clinical therapist. You can book a session with me. Find that down in the description box. You can get my fiction books on Amazon. The link is down in the description as well. Thank you for liking, subscribing to this video. Peace.